Hey, what up, book fans? I am back with another video. Doing a very unique review this time. I'm reviewing James Bond. Sorry. Now, if you're wondering why I'm reviewing it on this channel, that's because James Bond is based off a book series, if you didn't know, which began months around the 1950s, I think, starting with Casino Royale, which was the first book, but the film was not the adaptation of that. They adapted a radio book. So, I'd like to kind of a theory on the Bonds. But I'll say that more when I get to the final, well, the most recent Bond film. This is not my first. This is my first proper watch through of a James Bond film. I tried watching this film once before, a few years ago, I think. I think it's 3 years ago. I think it was like back in 2023 or early 2024. I don't know. But I started by watching it, I didn't watch it all. But I managed to watch it all on the Blu-ray. It's a good film. It's not my favourite. I don't think it's great. But before you set your pitchforks on me, it's just my opinion. I don't hate it. It's similar to my thoughts on Pirates of the Caribbean. I like the film, but I don't love it. If that makes any sense. Because this is only just one Bond film. I can have a different opinion on a different film. Who knows? Alright, this is the only version, the only Blu-ray I got of it. There's a complete collection of James Bond featuring every single Bond at the time. So, problem is, the Blu-ray one is very, very expensive. I'm not joking, it's like fucking expensive. I don't know how many films each Bond has. I know one of them only has one. That's the second Bond. So this is my review on 007 Dr. No. I'm not going to just title it Dr. No. I'm going to just title it James Bond 007 Dr. No. It's a long ass title. So, let's get into it. So, the film opens up with one of the iconic scenes that's become a staple of the franchise. You know the one, I'm not going to explain it. As we cut to a club in Jamaica, that's one of my Jaguar, I think his name was. It doesn't say. Okay. So there's one. Anyway, is that once the man in question, I'll try to can't remember his name is, heads off. You gets him from his car. He's shot by 3 blind men. Yeah, because before that we had a scene of those 3 blind men walking down with a song, 3 Blind Mice. I don't know if that's the actual title of the song, but you get what I mean. Also, I want to talk about something that's just happened today. Weirdest bin, which just pissed me off. For some reason, right? It also, when Final Fantasy VII Remake into 8 just released on Xbox and Switch 2 today. I pre-ordered the game back in December or November, I can't remember which. And it was all fine. But today, it didn't show up, but I just had to pay for it again. As my payment didn't go through. Which doesn't make any fucking sense, because the payment did go through. I know the payment went through originally. It just did not happen for some... It says it didn't for some reason. Because my card, my previous credit card, expired. like just last month. I got a new car now, but that shouldn't matter. I pre-ordered the game on the PlayStation Store around that time, and nothing happened. And it's fine there. The pre-order hasn't been stopped, so I don't know what the fuck was going on. It really wasn't fair. And it seems I'm not the only one who had this, who went through this. I don't understand what's going on, so I had to buy it again. That is, I get fucking 40 quid. Because of their irresponsibility. You shouldn't do that just because the card expired. I understand it was the same day the card expired. You know, by the time the card just expired. But I bought it long before that. So it should have still gone through, processed. Yet it didn't. Even though it did at the time. I don't know. So really, they should refund us. This careless mistake. Anyway, and yes, I did confirm it was pulled. I checked the transaction history on the Xbox. That's where it said it didn't go through because the card expired. Again, bullcrap. Because I bought it before the card expired, and just because so I already paid for it in first time. So even the card expired, it should still go. It should still confirm it's been paid. Say it's been paid for. I don't get it. It frustrated me today. Well, that's just what I want to complain about. Anyway, back to the bill. Anyway, we cut to contacting British intelligence before she's shot and killed by those exact same men. They end up stealing some files, one labeled Dr. No. British intelligence. Anyway, when British intelligence is caught, and something off, but what happened? They decided to contact MI6 for help. You don't live in the UK, I don't know what MI6 is. It's a British intelligence agency. Think of it like the CIA. I think. I'm not too knowledgeable, but I only found out about MI6 as a kid when watching the show MI High. Since the show came out with the original version, original MI, and the original version name of the British intelligence called MI9 because it sounds close to MI High. Good show, by the way. It rotates with its cast a few times, twice or so throughout the years. I'm not really too familiar with the later cast, the fourth team one, just with the trios. Like, true, the other two characters that come out basically Daisy are good, but I'm not playing Daisy. Sorry, went off topic. I like to cover MI High sometime. Obviously on this channel, as it's based on a book. If it's based on a book, I cover it on this channel. So we'll see what covers the channel. Oh, so I actually plan to do a review on someone else as well. See this? I bought this just the other day. Yes, I know it's a children's book, but it's called Noddy Goes to Toyland. Noddy is a British book character that was been around for since the 40s, I think. At least the 40s. Created by Enid Blyton, by the way, fun fact. I was pronounced as Gweed because of how it's written. Can't blame me now, can you? Look at it the way it's written. Looks like a G, not an E. And looks like more like a W, not an N. So it's not my fault. Hey, it's a popular show. It's a book series that got adapted quite a few times over the years. A puppet show in the 50s, a animated pilot special in the 60s, which adapted that very first book, which is good, by the way. I love the animation. It looks exactly like the art style managed to capture the books pretty well. Some slight changes, that's why I want to cover it. Another stop motion series in from the 70s to 80s, and a third another stop motion series by Costco Falls in the 1990s, a CGI series in the 2000s. I saw a sequel continue another series with the same anime art, using the same art style from that show. Later, and the most recent show is a lot of crap, made by DreamWorks. They made him a detective for some reason and changed Cart's steering wheel from left hand to the right hand side to the left hand side. You know, it's a British cartoon. You don't like anything too British, do they? Sorry, I know, off topic. I just plan to cover that. Plan to cover a lot of naughty adaptations in the future. Anyway, the films are produced by MGM. Metro Go with Mario Buck. We will currently releasing a He-Man movie in a few months. Saw a trailer, and I'm not hyped for it. There's people with dicks on Twitter just because they complain about Anna's fucking outfit. His clothes look nothing like the cartoon. The reason is they're gonna have him report the story on Earth. I don't think that trope works for He-Man. You know, She-Ra cartoon man should do good because of its storytelling and writing. I don't like the change of them making it start on Earth. That's not the point of the story. I know, but it's just it's a nitpick. But people just fucking, they just didn't brush me aside. Specifically, just making fun of me for genuine complaints, saying I'm just calling me someone who's never seen the cartoon, never been a fan of the cartoon, when I actually have seen a few episodes. You know what? No, I'm not getting into this. They're just dicks. Fucking assholes. That's what they are. So yeah, if you are from that, if you are want to respond to that comment, you're pricks. Go fuck yourselves. Okay? I'm not telling you your shit. I am a fan of the cartoon. I've not seen all the episodes, but it's a good show. I know it. So I can genuinely complain about something. At least I know what to complain about, you fuckers. Right, let's get back to the review. And we then cut to another club where a man's looking for a Mr. James Bond. And he just giving him his car and stuff. They cut to a table playing cards. Typical gambling thing. The one operates a man asking who he is, saying, Mr. And the man says, Bond. James Bond. There it is. A phrase we all know and love today. It's been parodied so many times over the years. Even Mr. Bean referenced it on the movies, I think. One episode. Bean. Mr. Bean. Everyone accidentally do a James Bond parody called Johnny English. I watched the film, didn't finish it. It was right before the climax, I think. I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't funny to me. But if for review purposes, I may give it a rewatch to see my opinions change. Anyway. So, Bond. One thing I'm not too keen about is the Bond is Bond snugs women. You get what I mean? I get this is what people love about him. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I just don't prefer it much. It's just my personal preferences. But I'm not saying they should get rid of it. It's a core part of his character. I just don't like it. It's all. It's just me. Okay, I'm not dissing you. I'm not saying you shouldn't like it. You like it if you want to. I never said it should be removed. But for it to stay, because it's what makes the character so well loved. It's one of the reasons why the character is loved. Anyway, Bond, as you get to know, Bond reports to his boss after flirting with the secretary. Information about that man who has gone missing. And the secretary went outside, but basically they were sent on that mission because of some complaints from the Americans about things coming off the coast. The was at the coast. So Bond goes after snogging the woman from earlier. Bond heads off to Jamaica. Where there's a pickup car waiting for him. Bond not stupid. So it makes an excuse so he can makes an excuse and contacts intelligence or contacts the person he's meeting. They didn't mention they ever sent a car out. So yeah, Bond's pretty smart. Not enough. Not noticing two men following in a car. I suppose they're going to drive around it. Seeing a car drive around, Bond tells the guy to lose him. When he heard, Bond pulls his gun out on him. Bond's not an idiot. Who's he work for? I got kicking his ass when he tried to fight back. He ends up asking for a cigarette. Once he ends up chewing on a cigarette. As basically he poisoned him. There's some poison in there. Basically he killed himself. Rather, he committed suicide so he won't talk. That's an extreme loyalty. Or is it just fear? Anyway, so Bongo meets the manager. Lots of information. They get informed to that dead guy. He's dead. Was he? I don't know. So keep an eye on him, chaps. Make sure he doesn't run away, even though he's dead. Basically, the cigarettes contain cyanide. Most well-known way of killing yourselves in these types of stories. I guess right when I watched this, I said cyanide capsules. I was kind of right. They're in the cigarettes. So, let me get where. Speaking about these, one gets a hotel room. And sticks him here between the two cupboard doors. Closet doors or whatever they are. Well, he heads up. He ends up meeting with Professor Dent. Who doesn't, and the other club members who didn't know what happened to him. He just left. But Dent mentions he was familiar with his secretary. Put that pin in that for now. And Bond ends up looking up learns about that island on the coast of Caribbean. So he talks to the last person who saw him there on a boat. He says he did as a maybe somebody's. Well, that's stupid. He eventually goes to the bar, those guys. Nice to be able to fight back. They try attacking him, but he gets their asses, but of course someone behind him pulls a gun at him. But good, lucky for Bond, they're actually not enemies. They actually they have the same mission. A different type Central Intelligence. So Bond works with them for the main on the mission. Also, Bond is a house investigating about the missing file. Anyway, Bond has a conversation with them at the bar. Woman starts a picture of them. Magic Crapper, yeah, she's working with this mysterious person. She refuses to answer their questions. She's wanting her arm break because whoever this guy is, they're afraid. They're afraid of what's happening. They become afraid. So after that, a Bond learns of the man who owns the island, a Chinese man who goes by the name Dr. No. Bond's even more intrigued in the island. So he goes back to the office in the morning to ask about those files. Turns out though they're missing. Bond ends up inviting the guy's secretary out for a date, more like having some fun time together. And it's just pretty obvious it's kind of obvious she's an enemy, but it's just obvious. Again, it's from 1962, but Bond also gives a visit to Mr. Professor Dent about the receipt he found earlier. And again, information about the site. It's revealed that Professor Dent is actually working for Dr. No. As Dr. No, relatively before his reveal, only had one appearance in the film prior to his reveal. He just makes just a voice for now. Basically saying, don't fail him again, using that I poison the spider to get after Bond. Bond's not stupid though. No, I failed friends getting next date. That's my bad. So, Bond was a business spider at night. Luckily, he made calm when I was calling on him. Once it left him, he quickly got up and killed it. So I got some season mixed up. Bond, Bond was at the island. It was a nice time with that woman at her place. Also, again, it's just after getting chased by a car, but they end up dying. So yeah, because Bond was onto her from the start. As our officials arrest her and tell them to watch her nails. I don't think they'll come in, but that was just a little tease. You don't underestimate James Bond. Well, my copy I got this film's a candidate appears a little bit later, but now though. Okay. Bond hears there's a woman with a dragon on there. As well. A Bond found out the professor was lying as well. So he knew Professor was working with Dr. No. Our competition, Bond kills him. Now, only Bond's the most well-known character in the story at this point. Judy Dench's character didn't exist at the time, I think. I do not know what film she appears in, first appearance in. So, but now, I'll look that up later actually. So, Bond, Bond and the boat driver head to the island. The around bit. Bond meets a woman named Honey Rider, who's just on the island for her own reasons. Yeah, she's supposed to be a Bond girl, but and she is there for the rest of the film, which isn't even that long. Wasn't even that long left either. What's the point of choosing her now instead of early on in the film, or at least midway through? We can't care about her. We just met her. Like, that's not how these stories go. Lisa Sisters were supposed to care about the character. I get it's the 60s, but we just met this character. Of course, I assumed she was an enemy. But nope, she's not. By the black... Anyway, that they get ambushed. Black guy, the boat guy, they're dying. Being Bond and Honey to be arrested. Or captured, sorry. We're going to meet Dr. No face to face. As again, spent nice time in their accommodations. Dr. No wants to take over the world by destroying the US space program. Oh yes, it was 1962. Apollo 11 wouldn't actually mission wouldn't happen until 1969. 7 years later. So yeah, it makes sense they reference that. Because that was a well-known thing at the time. The space race was already ongoing at this point in time. Here's why a lot of sci-fi and action stuff were popping up. So yeah. Hey, Bond wanted to get away. Hey, Bond's going to Honey somewhere else. Bond escapes. He rescues Honey. Takes the and sabotages the missile. Was able to evacuate, destroy, cause everyone on that island to die. Bond and Honey escaping on a boat. And in the film, I don't think in much detail, but that's just about it really, and of just plot points. Not saying that's bad. I just thought it was good. But why should we care about Honey? We only met her not that long ago. So why should we care? That's just me. I may have different opinions on other James Bond films. I just had to find a way to watch them first. So basically you have to ask for the collection, which is fucking expensive on Blu-ray. Like, it's gonna be expensive on Blu-ray. So I work at DVD budgets, but they're not high quality with sound. That's why I use Blu-rays for these reviews. High quality sound. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more, subscribe channel, hit the notification bell with the always close picture. And I'll see you guys next time for another video. Maybe later. If it's another book review, I don't know. I will see. Lord of the Hobbit's out.